Brooke Bishop and my husband is Greg Stein. We are both the owners of Basil, Wood-Fired Kitchen and Lounge. We actually closed April 4th, right at the start of everything. Owned a business in Charleston, Be Gourmet Catering. We did that for about 9 years. We have a 2-year-old daughter, so we wanted to move back to the area to be closer to family, and this just seemed like a really great opportunity for us. So we picked up and moved 12 hours and started this all right at the beginning of the pandemic. So my background and my husband's background, we actually met working together in a hotel. I was a catering sales manager. He was, front desk, night manager. So we've always worked together. He's kind of more operations. I'm kind of more marketing, culinary, that type of thing. I'm kind of the one with the culinary background, but over the past few years, I've basically taught him everything I know, and he's kind of taken over and then is now running the show. With the pandemic, we just kind of were like at a point where do we go from here? We don't know how long this is going to last. And so we focused on getting the kitchen cleaned and up and running and DHEC inspected, and had the idea for some curbside family meal pickups, and we started with that, and we kind of are mapping our way through what the next steps are to kind of get up and running. So originally we wanted to kind of renovate everything and open our concept, the Lucky Lure, first, a bar concept. Once that was up and running, we would then renovate Basil and more of a full service, family friendly restaurant. So that was our intent. But again, not knowing how long this was going to last, we just wanted to start something. And Cinco de Mayo is, a few weeks away. We can do something with that. And as caterers, with catering background, we're used to, creating so many different kinds of menus and cuisines that we can really adapt to whatever, style of food we want to put out. So Cinco de Mayo, it was on Taco Tuesday. It just kind of seemed like a fun way to just, get out there and start. When we started, especially with the Cinco de Mayo Taco Tuesday, it was the first thing we were doing. We literally hadn't even been here more than a month. And I didn't really do any advertisement other than social media. So I was like, what, if we at least get, 10 people, it's at least, doing something. I feel like I'm not just sitting around. I'm able to have control somewhat over the situation. And we ended up with over 60 orders and feeding over 150 people. So it was a little bit overwhelming because right now it's just my husband and I. So, you obviously can't really hire staff in the middle of a pandemic. So it was just a little bit crazy, but we're overwhelmed and so grateful with the amount of people that have been supporting us. We're going to take a break from the family meals for a few weeks just so that we have the time to focus on hiring some staff, training, and getting our outdoor area set up. Our building is still in need of some major renovations, but we're 213 North Main Street, Muncy. The front of the building I kind of refer to as the back. It's the one that faces Main Street. So you actually come around to the back of the building, and we have a large parking lot and then the carnival grounds there. And we're going to be turning all the parking spaces that are right next to the building into where the outdoor dining area is going to be. And we'll have that kind of undercover so we can operate rain or shine. Really excited. We're going to be doing a second Sunday brunch, farmers market, starting June and then July and August. So we'll have some local, farmers and produce and a lot of local artisans, and we'll be serving up some brunch cuisine. It's kind of more of an event than just a farmers market. So I'm really excited about that. My husband and I moved here. It's like you're kind of questioning yourself, did we make the right decision? When you move and you pick up your life that you've lived for 9 years and you move back home and it's a pandemic, you're kind of like, is this my new life or is this just the pandemic or what's going on? So in terms of business, it's almost a blessing in disguise. I think we were able to really just jump in and start, serving the community some of our cuisine right away, which we wouldn't have been able to until renovations took place. It's a double-edged sword, I think. I think it's great that we're able to start and kind of get our name out there and, to start bringing in business and being part of the communities. We're really going to put an emphasis on sanitation and, keeping everything very just, safe for our customers to feel safe while they're dining here. I think after the pandemic, people are looking at things a little bit different, not just in sanitation, but just in life in general, that, something can happen so quickly. What are your priorities? I want the general public to know that we are working really hard to become an asset to the community.